Let's see the principle behind the disc brake system. The brake system works based on the Pascal's law. Let's make it simple. Consider two cylinders with the pistons connected each other and filled with incompressible fluid. The mathematical relation is as follows. Pressure can be stated as force experienced per area. According to Pascal's law, pressure on both pistons are equal, which given us P1 equals P2. So when force is applied to the left piston, the fluid will transmit the force to the right piston surface. But it will be a factor of the ratio of the two piston surfaces. The concludes that will a small force F1 at the left piston will give a higher force F2 at the right piston, provided A2 is greater than A1. With this, the left piston can act as the pedal side and the right piston can act as the wheel side, transferring energy from pedal to the brakes. Now we know the theory. Let's see how it works in real. Let's the exploded wheel of car wheel and the parts involved. The wheel hub assembly holds the wheel and the disc rotor, and bearing inside it allows their smooth rotation. The disc rotor is the part of which the brake pad goes against. This will create friction that retards the rotation of the wheel. This rotor produces a lot of heat due to this friction, and the drilled hose provides ventilation to remove this heat. The brake caliper assembly uses the hydraulic force from the brake pedal to squeeze the brake pads to the rotor surfaces, this creating friction and declares the wheel. The caliper assembly consists of caliper bracket, cylinder pins, dust boots, inner brake pad and outer brake pad, and caliper frame and piston. The caliper frame is having a bungee fitting through which the fluid will react till the piston. The pressurized fluid from the pedal side is capable of pushing the piston with a great force. Also, caliper frame is free to slide along the slider's pins within a fixed extent. Now we know the parts. Let's see how it works. When you apply the brake, the caliper will receive the high-pressure hydraulic fluid from the brake master cylinder. The fluid will push the piston, which makes the inner brake pad to squeeze against disc rotor surface. As a result, the fluid backwards force will push the caliper frame along the slide pin, which makes the outer brake pad to squeeze against the other side of the disc rotor. Let's see one more time from the top view. Fluid pushes piston, piston pushes brake pad, and the friction. Once the inner brake pad is pushed against the rotor, the fluid will push the caliper frame. The outer brake pad will now be pulled towards the other side of the disc rotor. This is how the disc brake system works on a wheel side.